Thank you everyone for joining us today and participating in this webinar. My name is Morgan Selén. I'm CEO for Tidypay, and with me today I have my good friend Jord.
Hello everybody, my name is Jord from Bluestar. Nice to meet you all.
And I think both of us have a big expectation here to do a very good presentation about the capabilities and offering that we together provide in the European market. So that is the agenda for today. And I think, Dipti, if you want to, we can just start, or do you want us to hold on for a couple of minutes more?
I guess you can start and people join as it's going on.
All right, so if we move over, just a couple of short words about Tidypay. I recognize a lot of names here on the participation list, so I guess most of you know who we are. But short about Tidypay, we are a payment service provider offering an infrastructure of processing payments. We do this in 32 countries in Europe. We are launched in 11 of them, to be honest. So we're not fully there yet in all 32 countries, but we are certified to be there. We are having a focus on simplifying payments in all different aspects, and we have a special model for that, and that's where we work with what we call distributors, different type of partnership with POS vendors of software, hardware across Europe, that then provides the payment services to the end merchants. We work with three strong collaborations, three strong partnership. Bluestar, that we'll hear more about later on from Jord, that help us provide and distribute hardware across Europe. We work with Sumni as a preferred supplier for PCI certified hardware, and then we work with Elavon for acquiring business. So a little short about the offering we provide, and if we move over, I think most of you know us for what we call Tidypay One, the classical in-store payment solution where we offer a PCI certified hardware that is Sumni, P2 Pro, P2 Mini, soon also P2 SmartPad, that is sold and provided by Bluestar to you guys. Classical PCI certified terminal, and I think this has been a very big success so far. But now, of course, where we're heading off going forward is, of course, and I think maybe most of interest is, of course, Tidypay Go is taking the step in to a world where the hardware for payment terminals become more flexible. Tidypay Go is the name of our SoftPOS solution. SoftPOS, as you know, is a new standard from Visa MasterCard that enables us PSPs to offer payment services on pretty much any hardware that is suitable, meaning that you have an NFC antenna, you have, in our case, Android, and a certain level of Android security. This is maybe the big thing right now in the payment market. I would say this is not an evolution, it's more as a revolution. Stepping away a little bit from certified PCI hardware that often has a higher cost, and being able now to be as flexible as you want, providing greater value to the merchants by having payments on their preferred devices. Now, I'm not talking about devices. Jord is much better in that, but for us, SoftPOS is now an enabler to be able to offer payment pretty much anywhere. And if we a little bit look at how the market is transferring, is that the market itself is evolving. We see that all countries more or less are now becoming fully digitalized with payments. And if we then top this up with the SoftPOS and Tidypay Go, then of course you will be able to have even more point of sales with payment solutions. I often take the classical example of a restaurant that has 10 waiters, that often has a very strong hardware going around, picking up orders, placing orders, etc., on a tablet or something similar on Android. And then the same 10 waiters is sharing two PCI certified payment terminals that they need to collect every time they're going to charge the customers. So here, of course, is the growth also a little bit that each tablet should have their own payment included in the device. And one big trend here is a little bit also what I like to expand on is that we often call this tap on phone. And yes, it's right. In the most simple way, it's buy a Samsung phone or whatever from your local store. and you can start tapping and taking payments. But I think, to be realistic, we see another dimension in this. Even if it's now possible to take payments on Android devices, we recommend strongly that you put your efforts in buying industrial hardware. Having a restaurant or a coffee shop, if the hardware breaks down, it breaks down. So even if you now can take payments, we recommend strongly that you take it on an industrial hardware that is built for the purpose of spilling beers or whatever that can happen in a restaurant environment. So from Tidypay's perspective, we're very keen and very happy that we now have launched SoftPools, Tidypay Go, our product, and looking forward to have strong productive discussions with you guys, and hopefully can get you up and running on SoftPools as soon as possible. That was pretty much everything from me. I will hand it over to our strategic partner, Bluestar, and more particular, Jord, take over.
Thank you very much, Morgan, for the introduction. Hi, everybody. My name is Jord, Business Development Manager EMEA for POS and Payment. Just a little background, I think, on Bluestar. I think I saw a lot of names that I recognize, so I think most of you know what Bluestar does. We are a global distributor located in each country in Europe with sales offices. We have our local distribution center in the Netherlands in Eindhoven, where I'm currently also sitting. It's a 30,000 square feet warehouse where we represent more than 60 manufacturers and also stock over 150 million of products. Next slide, please. Just a quick one. These are, as we are involved in different verticals, we also are involved in POS and Payment, and these are the brands that we represent in POS and Payments. As you can see, Sunme is also on the list, and that's of course where this webinar is based on. Of course, it's one of our manufacturers that we represent in Europe, and Sunme, of course, is the preferred hardware supplier for Tidypay. We are stocking quite heavily on the Sunme brand. So, for example, currently we have a lot of stock of the P2 Pro, the P2 Lite, and the P2 Mini to support, of course, the needs of your customers as well, your merchants, to get the hardware over across to your merchants. Next slide, please. This is a quick overview of where Bluestar is capable of in the hospitality and retail environment. As you can see, there is a red dotted line basically to each hardware piece in the hospitality environment. I think Bluestar prides themselves really much on the one-stop shop strategic that we have. And basically what we're trying to do is, as you can see all the red dotted lines, we try to be a one-stop shop directly to your merchants, of course, on behalf of you. So what we are capable of is, with our logistical needs, is of course to ship directly on your behalf to your merchants. Of course, white labeled. So this is all on behalf of the reseller and the ISV partner. As you can see, green highlighted, we have added Android payments. I would say about 2 years ago. If you really want to be a one-stop shop provider in point of sale, you have to add payments at some certain point. As we all know, of course, with the introduction of SoftPools, for a distributor to get involved in payments is much more easier. So therefore, we decided about 24 months ago to take a deep dive into the Android payment space. Of course, we partner directly with Tidypay. And the service that we can provide to you as a reseller, as a partner of Tidypay, is of course the most important thing is the remote key injection. This is something that we do in-house. So we have our value-added service team located in the actual warehouse. And every time there's orders coming in for P2 Pros or P2 Minis, we actually carry the units up to our value-added service team, and they will contact Tidypay to make sure that the key injection is done on a secure way in our warehouse. As soon as that's done, of course, we can do application loading, we can do branding, we can do multiple value-added service activities to the device. And as soon as that's done, we wrap it back up into the box, and we'll ship it directly, or of course directly to you, to the partner, for you, of course, to implement. Besides, of course, the payments, we are very strong in POS. So we have different brands that we carry for point of sale as well. Lenovo tablets, iOS tablets, cash drawers, printers, to complete the one-stop shop. So of course, if you're interested in upselling other solutions as well, besides Tidypay, please reach out to us, and we'll be happy to give you a deep dive into our products. yeah, that's pretty much it. We're happy to, of course, whenever you decide to start working with Blue Star, just reach out to me. We'll make sure that you will handle by an account manager locally. As I said, we're present in 27 countries, so each country has an office with, of course, account managers that will take care of your business. But in any questions, please reach out to me or directly to Morgan, and we'll happy to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jord.
Yes.
So, guys, any questions or thoughts, comments from the audience?